afternoon, the city is quiet and calm. There is not the usual bustling of living organisms called humans shopping and doing their daily routines.
It is such a nice day to spend time outside. No work, no chores, nothing. I can take my nap on the weekend with no distractions about my task of researching eukaryotic cells. Yay! Guess I won't get to take my weekly weekend afternoon nap so I can observe this prokaryote.
Yay! I get to see a eukaryote in my life.
Speaking of prokaryotes and eukaryotes, have you ever seen a prokaryote under a microscope? They are microscopic. Anyway, let's get back to the real action.
I'm so sorry that I bumped into you. I am just so excited that I spaced out.
Excited about what, you large yet microscopic eukaryote?
That I get to see a simple prokaryote. I have never seen one in my entire life.
We only have ribosomes as the only thing we have in common. I am sure I do not want to see a complex cell like you again.
You just do not like me, all because I'm eukaryotic, complex, and larger than you. Lynn Margulis comes outside to step in, not to observe the scene, but to cheer up the eukaryote, note the commonalities and differences between the two, and write them down in her research journal.
Cheer up, eukaryote. The prokaryote is not that intelligent. He does not know all the similarities between you two.
So what do we have in common?
We both have ribosomes in our cells. We both have DNA. We both grow and develop, and we are both living organisms.
And one more thing about similarities. Eukaryotic organisms have evolved from prokaryotes. You guys are related. I have postulated this in my theory, the endosymbiosis theory. I published a book in 1981 titled Symbiosis and Cell Evolution, where I explain my theory.
What is that?
So, billions and billions of years ago, ancient, small prokaryotes were absorbed by other prokaryotic cells. They worked together as a team. The aerobic bacterium prokaryote over time became mitochondria, and the photosynthetic bacteria prokaryote became chloroplasts. Over time, they became eukaryotes. As time passed on Earth, more complex multicellular organisms came to be from this process of absorption and teamwork.
Wow, this theory is awesome. I didn't think my bacteria parents knew about this history. I wonder if other prokaryotes know about this theory.
If there was no evolution, then complex organisms would not exist.
I agree. So, what are the differences between you, prokaryote, and me?
I have no membrane-bound organelles, while you do have membrane-bound organelles. In size, I am tiny and you are larger than me.
I am complex, and meanwhile you are simple.
My ancestors, which is bacteria, is the earliest and oldest in history. You appear much later in history.
There is one more difference that sets you two apart.
What is it?
The difference is that prokaryotes have their DNA everywhere in the cell, and eukaryotes have DNA in their cell nucleus.
I have learned a lesson today.
What is the lesson that you have learned, prokaryote?
Do not judge other living organisms by their differences from you.
Exactly. Prokaryote, you need to learn that biodiversity is very important for life.
As the prokaryote and eukaryote left the scene, Lynn thinks about what she will write in her journal. She writes in her What I Discovered journal about what she learned today and then decides to leave and take a nap.
And now we're done.